Projects, open, lighting, draw normals on shapes. Yes. Here are 4 shapes on a square. Your job is to draw the normals on each of these shapes. If we change to model lighting, we will see that there are no normals on these objects. So we need to draw them. Each of these objects is a child model. So we need to say pick, child, and pick a model, right click, open here. Yes. Then we can say draw normals. Right click, generate global normals. Yes. Now if all these triangles were in one group, then this is how the normals would look, but this particular object has 1, 2, 3 layers. So that's a group around the outside, a group on the top, and a group on the bottom. That means we can say generate per layer to give a different result. And what it does is it puts a set of normals for the top, a set of normals for the bottom, and a set of normals for the side. And the lighting now looks more appropriate for this shape. Let's save that and move on to another shape, such as the cone. Here we can say the same, draw global normals. But ideally we'd like to see the bottom here with a flat shading. If we use per layer, we get the same result because there's only one layer here and they're all in a layer called triangles. So what we can do is we can say pick triangles on the bottom. I'm holding the shift key down while I click on the left mouse button to select all of these triangles. Now I use the right mouse button and say move to layer, a new layer, and we'll call it bottom. Okay. Press escape. Now I can say draw normals per layer. Yes. And we will get a more desirable result. Save. Let's do the cube. We can check if we have, yes, multiple layers. We can say draw global, yes. Or we can say per layer. And that looks fine. Save that. Okay. Next one. We've done the cylinder. We don't need to do the ground. We need to do the sphere. Okay, draw. If we do global, yes. If you recall when we talked about normals and mirroring, we will get an edge along the point where we have the mirror. That edge is undesirable, and what it means is the normals are not perfectly lining up with that geometry, so it's not taking into account the mirrored side. It's as if I didn't have that on and it was only calculating the mirror for these triangles here. But if I say draw per layer, that will take into consideration the mirrored objects and calculate the normals a little differently. And as you can see, we don't have that crease or line anymore. Looks good. Save. Okay. Now back to our shapes model. And before we didn't see any real shapes at all, and now we do, using model lighting. Lighting off, flat automatic lighting, and model lighting. So that's what yours should look like.